Alright folks, we're in the fourth play here of the drive. Ball on the 18-yard line, his own 18-yard line, minute 48 left, and Mav's got a 3rd and 10 to work with. So this is a really big play for him. He needs to get a first down here, otherwise he may just punt the ball away. He's running what's called a counter strike out of, I believe it's like a trips Y tight, or a Y trips tight. So he has a wide receiver here in the number 2 spot. His tight end is in his normal spot, off to the left though, and then he has his 2 outside receivers. Back is in the in a right set out of the gun. So the counter strike basically entails, again, those skinny posts going into corners on both sides of the ball. Alright, so we get the mirror there. In this case, normally he would run a dig route, so he would get about 10-12 yards and cut across. I believe Mav adjusts him to a seam route. Here he's getting an arrow route out of his tight end. Same thing on the backside here with the tailback. Alright, so that's pretty much his offense. Defensively, this is a cover 6. I know this for 2 reasons now, and it's getting a little easier for me to see. I got to give it, that's a pretty good disguised defense. In this case, if you look at it, it looks pretty much like a cover 2, except that you have these guys a little tighter. He's inside the hash, or inside the numbers here, and he's outside the hash. So that kind of gives it a little bit more of a giveaway, because now you have this guy here and this guy. See how spread they are comparatively? So this tells me he's going to squat. So he'll have his quarter, and then he has half the field. Alright, so knowing what we know, knowing what I know this play is going to be open here on the corner route. The reason I know that, this guy's got flat, so he has to attack flat. That's his job. This guy, he's playing deep, but he's going to gain a lot of depth here because he's on an island essentially. He has a whole half of the field to worry about. No help. So he's going to gain depth. Once this guy's on his break, if you lead him to the outside, that should be a nice big play. On the opposite side of the field, it's a possibility, but it may not be the case, because you have him only having to cover a quarter of the field now along with him. So this guy essentially has it from here to about right here, and then he's got the rest of this, maybe even a little less, because this guy will probably get about right there. Either way, this one may or may not get open. He may get open underneath. Now this seam is going to take away that safety. This arrow route here, I think, would be wide open, even if this guy goes flat. If he goes flat, which he probably will, I think this will be open for him, because it's a quick hitting play. We'll go ahead and run through it and see what happens, see what decision Mav makes. And alright, so he's dropping back, and he's hitting this corner here. As you can see, he's already throwing it, and he's nice and wide open. This guy never really gained, or this is the backer here. So this guy, yeah, he's just gaining depth. He's not gaining any width at all. He's not really looking at this guy to cover him. So he just keeps gaining depth for some reason without even eyeballing the receiver or at wherever his threats are, whether it's this guy or this guy coming on a corner after. So that opens him up big time here. And then as you can see, because this guy split the difference between the two, he's keeping the same depth as him. I think he's actually going to try to cover him. This opens up. He might be in a purple zone here. I'm not 100% sure. So if he's in that curl to flat, yeah, he's going to look for that first. Either way, you have 2 guys nice and open. Mav makes a good throw. Boom. Big play, about a 17-yard gain. And another reason I think this is actually a pretty good throw for him and a smarter throw than the opposite side. Because if we look at the opposite side here, alright, now this guy's going to start to attack. He's got depth, so it is open. As you can see right there. See how much space he has here. But Tebow has to throw across his body here to get that. And he can do it. I mean, pretty much every quarterback does make this throw, but this is the easier one. And if it's open, why not take the easier of the 2 throws?